Alright, y'all, welcome back to the channel. The NBA season is finally here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be overreacting to the first two games that we saw yesterday because this is early in the morning. I just woke up. I fell asleep during the Suns and Warriors game, and I need to get a video out. So we got to do what we got to do by any means necessary. I have work in less than an hour. Haven't even gotten ready yet, but I gotta talk about basketball. So don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and let's get straight into the content. The first thing we need to talk about is this Nuggets and Lakers game, this rematch from the Western Conference Finals, and it didn't look any different from what the Western Conference Finals looked like. The Nuggets right now, they're up 5-0. They're up 5-0. But just like the Western Conference Finals, the Nuggets basically had control of this game throughout the whole entire four quarters. I think their largest lead was like 18 or something, and the Lakers ended up cutting it to 5. But every single time the Lakers got back into this game, or they looked like they were going to get back into this game, the Nuggets ended up making a big run in transition. Jamal Murray, 3, Jokic, 3. They couldn't really stop their duo, and I kind of knew that was going to happen. And another thing that I figured was going to happen is something that Jokic does all the time. The man put up 29, 13, and 11. Another triple-double from Jokic. I believe that he's one triple-double away from tying Jason Kidd and LeBron James. So that's kind of cool in its own right, considering that he's only like, what, 28 years old. He looked great while doing it. In the second half, the start of the third quarter, he didn't really look that good. I mean, the Lakers, they were playing some pretty good defense on him, and he was looking a little choked up out there. But once he knocked 1 3 down, I was like, there it is. He's about to be going as crazy as possible. And that's something that I do want to talk about. This game's narrative and this game's story was basically Anthony Davis versus Jokic. Well, at least for the first half. Jokic ended the first half with like 19-9, and AD ended up with like 17 or something like that. I can't really remember how much he had. But when we got to the second half, AD didn't score at all. That's some crazy, because you can't be a top 5 guy like I've been saying, or a top 10 guy like I've been saying, and you can't score in the second half. Like, you have to be, like, if you're gonna take this team to a championship, you're going to have to score in the second half. I can't believe I just said that. But shifting back to the Denver Nuggets here, Jamal Murray, he started off the first half, you know, a little silent. He had 8 points in the first half, and then he shot out in the second half. The third quarter, the man immediately came out of the gates. He ended that quarter with like, what, 16, 18 points, and he ended the game with 21. He looked great. He looked like he didn't skip a beat. This team in general, I want to say that they slowed down. I want to say that they might look worse than last year, but that just cannot be the case. KCP looked amazing today. He looked like he was worth every single penny of his contract. Genuinely. Reggie Jackson, getting more minutes than what he was getting last season, looked great in the minutes that he played. Christian Brown looked great in the minutes he played. Michael Porter Jr. still didn't learn his lesson, but the thing is, the man looked like he upped his VC. He got more VC in the offseason, spent it on tattoos, spent it on hair dye, and is continuing to do the same thing that he's been doing last year. But he was rebounding the hell out of the basketball. But overall, for this Nuggets team in the first game, let's do an overreaction real quick. This team looks amazing. This team might fuck around and go right back to the NBA championship. This is the reason why I said that everybody might be overthinking it, and this team might be the first seed going into April. Like, I'm so serious. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers for a second, because what they gave me in this game last night didn't really look like what I thought that we were gonna get. And the reason why I say that is because I was expecting Anthony Davis to take at least 20 to 25 shots last night, and he only gave us 17. And on top of that, he looked bad while doing it. Like, there were some times in the first quarter, second quarter, where he was getting trapped a little bit, and he just decided to step back and take a mid-range shot. I knew it wasn't going to go in every single time he did it, because he didn't look like he was confident in the shot that he was taking. That's not something that we want to see, you know what I'm saying? This is things that the Lakers are going to need to work on with these next 81 games, because I'm not gonna lie, the offense was looking pretty bad. Well, here's what I'll say. The offense was looking bad when LeBron was off the court, because it feels like it's 2018 again. Why does LeBron James have to come into the game and help this team. And the man is like 80 years old. He did come out and say on the press conference that, you know, there is a system that he needs to follow. That's Darvin Ham's system, and it's obvious that LeBron's gonna be playing less minutes than what he was playing before. And it doesn't look like LeBron is really fond of that, but he is gonna follow the system. He is really receptive to the idea, so I do like that in that own right. But this team obviously needs LeBron James. There was a graphic that I saw on Twitter. I'm gonna put it up right here if I can find it. This is some 2016 shit. This is some 2018 LeBron shit. If LeBron is sitting, the Nuggets lead got larger every single time. It was so nasty to watch. LeBron came in, cut the lead down to 3. Darvin Ham sits LeBron. The Nuggets go up by 6. Nuggets go up by 7. Nuggets are up by 10 now. Why is this happening? Anthony Davis needs to carry the load while LeBron is on the bench. And another thing is, the other guys, when LeBron is on the bench, I'm talking about a Gabe Vincent. You looked terrible last night. When I tell you that Gabe Vincent looked garbage, he was bad. I don't care what no one says. The defense, not good. His offense, every single time the Nuggets would score, he'd come down on the other end and he'd take a step back 3. He'd try to hezzy tween and get his own bucket to, you know, stop the Nuggets momentum. And it didn't work at all. It never worked. So why are you doing this? It's annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's annoying. He looked really bad last night. But enough negativity for the Los Angeles Lakers. Let's talk about some good things that happened with them, because number one, like I've been saying, LeBron James in the minutes that he did play still looked good. It's so nice to see LeBron be able to manage his stamina throughout the whole entire game. And I was really monitoring LeBron to see like how he was moving, how he was jumping. Still looks good because he uses it at times where he needs to use it. Like in transition, he'll go coast to coast. In transition, he'll throw the ball. Like I saw him do this pass. It was a full court pass all the way to I can't remember who it was. I think it was Taurean Prince. I'm not too sure. But speaking of Taurean Prince, he looked amazing last night. Like he played his role perfectly. I was telling my friend, I'm like, Taurean Prince, he doesn't really like passing the ball. So when he has the ball, you kind of know that it's going to shoot. It's kind of like Michael Porter Jr. But he was knocking that bitch down. And my friend was telling me, he's like, dude, I told you, Taurean Prince is like that. I'm like, yeah, I know he's like that when he's on. But when he's off, what does he look like? And this is one of these games where he's on. And I need him to play like this every single time. Because if he does, the Lakers are going to look really good this season. And another guy that a lot of people aren't really going to talk about, Cam Reddish. He played 17 minutes and it was 17 minutes of good defense. Cam Reddish, good defense, playing good for once. Can this be the home for him? I hope it is the home for him. If he continues playing really good like what he was doing last night, I want to see him take Gabe Vincent's minutes. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna be honest. I want to see him take Gabe Vincent's minutes because he looked really bad. He looked really bad. Now I want to shift gears over to the Suns and Warriors game from last night. As you guys know, Bradley Beal did not play. Draymond Green did not play. And the game was relatively close throughout the whole entire time. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I did fall asleep at the end of the game. So I don't know how the game ended. But what I do know is that Devin Booker looked amazing. Like I'm talking about, he like what Shaq said in halftime, he is a master at getting to his spots. Like the man can move off ball, get him the ball at the baseline, and you know that you're gonna be on the other side playing defense because he's gonna make the shot. Devin Booker is amazing at what he does, man. Like he looked completely poised. His defense from last night actually looked good. Like his one-on-one defense, I'll say that. He looked good in that aspect. Devin Booker is really making his case for being the best player on this team because Kevin Durant did not look good. Like he was getting the shots that he wanted, and that was kind of telling, but I'm not really worried about Kevin Durant missing his shots because the shots he was getting, they looked good. They just weren't falling. I don't think that their defense was all the way that bad because Josh Okogie exists. That's the one thing I gotta say. Josh Okogie exists. That man looked amazing last night. He was everywhere. And another guy that was everywhere, Austin Reeves. throwing his body. He was just laying it all on the line in opening night, and I really do like that. And Josh Okogie was doing the exact same. He was playing his role to a T. Same thing with Drew Eubanks. I told y'all about Drew Eubanks. The man had 3 blocks last night. He looked great too. And I don't really want to talk about Eric Gordon. We're just going to skip over him. But going on to the Warriors, this is another one of those instances where I did feel like their offense was getting stagnant as well. Now, in that first half, I'm not gonna lie, bro, they did not look good. I'm sorry. It looked like they were missing Draymond Green out there. Let's just call a spade a spade. It looked pretty obvious. When Chris Paul was on the floor with like the Kumingas of the world, the Moses Moody's of the world, who did really play good last night, it kind of felt like they were forcing things a little bit. It kind of felt like they didn't really know what was happening out there. Andrew Wiggins, he was losing the ball. Kuminga, he was trying to get into the paint, lost the ball. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of sloppy, if you ask me. Klay Thompson, he was really trying his hardest to find his footing in the first half. I think he shot like 1 for 8. He never really truly got going. Curry, he also never truly got going. We never saw like a spark plug with this Warriors team to where they can actually like catch up. I didn't really get that vibe from this team. I didn't get the vibe like, damn, this team is a contender. Damn, this team can win a championship. You know what I'm saying? But this is an overreaction video. And another thing, Draymond Green is out. He's literally out. So we haven't even seen the final form of this team. Chris Paul coming off the bench, I really do like that. But that's really all I got for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. I gotta go get ready for work. So I'll see y'all later. Peace.